My name is Sullivan, and in my heroic imagination project, I will be explaining some basic aspects of what it means to be a hero, as well as presenting a personal heroic figure. Zimbardo describes heroism as a concern for other people, defending a moral cause with the knowledge of the personal cost at risk. Someone who is a hero displays extraordinary courage in the face of disaster, going headfirst into a situation that many would avoid to maintain safety. In some situations, even some of the smallest acts of courage can make a difference. No, one does not need to be able to fly or shoot lasers out of their eyes to be labeled a hero. Even psychologists don't necessarily know what makes people heroic. Compassion, empathy, and even a possible hero gene could be the difference. A lot of people are a product of their environment, which means that anyone can be a hero and anyone can be evil. Dehumanization, unjust systems, group pressure, power, control, moral disengagement, and many other factors are what Zimbardo states can turn someone evil. President Barack Obama claims that heroes are normal people doing extraordinary things, where our actions have a ripple effect and we truly might surprise ourselves with the difference that we can make. Zimbardo's bell curve shows that most people are heroes, but are just reluctant to stand up and act on it. As previously stated, even small acts of courage are heroic. It's the idea to point out what's wrong, get involved, and stand up for what's right. A hero of mine, who is not only one of the greatest writers of all time, but one of the greatest thinkers of all time as well, is George Orwell. Striving to be different and pointing out issues with human society was extremely important to Orwell. Though he might have been slightly pessimistic, he was most definitely a forward thinker, which is an important trait of heroism according to Zimbardo. Through his literature, he was able to identify clear issues with society and sort of stand up for those being oppressed by it. The novel 1984 exposed a potential future for many advanced societies, displaying how extreme government power and classism can destroy freedom as well as happiness. Animal Farm is another deep novel that shows all of the evil aspects of communist Russia, with treachery and maliciousness being extremely prevalent in politics. It was very important to Orwell that despite the consequences, he exposed not only these situations, but indirectly the people involved with them. Exposure of imperialist regimes had the potential to put a target on Orwell's back, but he used the power of his words to fight, sticking it to the man and standing up for the oppressed during a time when the world needed it most is what makes George Orwell a hero. He even volunteered to fight in the Spanish Civil War because of his strong beliefs. He believed that fighting fascism was the only conceivable thing to do. His experiences with this were documented in the novel Homage to Catalonia, and all of these novels are extremely relevant today. In conclusion, one does not necessarily need a Medal of Honor or to directly save a life to be labeled a hero. Heroes get involved, heroes stand against bullies, they stop bad behavior, and they strive to be different. Zimbardo claims that it's much easier to be evil than to be good. For example, littering versus cleaning up, or hating versus forgiving. But Orwell refused to maintain silence about the issues he saw, and he used his platform to fight these issues. No matter how big or small, he was disgusted by every inequality. And that is what it means to be a hero, a concern for other people, defending a moral cause with the knowledge of the personal cost at risk. Thank you. These are the citations for the resources I used during my research.